Hey everyone, don't know if anyone's in the channel. This is somewhat impromptu. I spent part of the afternoon loading a U-Haul van. For those of you in North America, you know exactly what I'm referring to. For those of you who are not in North America, it's a rental van basically for moving. So I'm beat, but I figured we'd use carry on basically from where we left off last night. I've loaded into my main character, and I've got more or less the build I was showing the last night when the stream ended. I've replaced the Umbra set with Heartbreaker. Um, just give me one sec. Sorry about that. Just getting a couple of settings dialed in. Like I said, this is somewhat impromptu. Normally, I have this set up well in advance and the camera adjusted and all that other sort of stuff. So, um, what I've settled on for this build is the Carbine 7. It's currently running Optimist. I could change that to Flatline, and in fact, I probably will because we're pulsing anyway. So we'll adjust that before we take off out of here. I'm running a Rock and Roll, both of which have the linked laser pointer and the underbarrel rail to proc the Heartbreaker gear set. This build is running 2 pieces of Yawl gear plus the Ninja Bike backpack, so it's the equivalent of 3 pieces, which gives us 10% hazard protection, 5% weapon damage, and 40% pulse resistance. Now, that's on top of the 50% that the specialization gives us, which puts us at 90% pulse resistance. I'm then running a 9.8% pulse resistance mod. And I may have misled everybody last night when I was talking about this. Pulse resistance, if you look at the scanner pulse, you can see that the duration is 13.4 seconds. It does a sweep, and everybody stays illuminated for 13.4 seconds. The pulse resistance from the reading I've done today mitigates the amount of time that you're shown. So with 99.8%, I'm only visible for 0.2% of that, in my case, 13.4 seconds. So I'm very, very briefly visible and then not. So the disadvantage to even a pulse resistance mod is the linked laser pointer can still spot you, but again, only for 0.2% of its life cycle, if you will. So if someone is pointing a gun with a linked laser pointer at you, they're still going to proc Heartbreaker, but not for long. They're only going to get a couple bullets worth out of it. So it's not going to give them the full benefit of either spotter or flatline or Heartbreaker or any of those such sort of things. So that's one of the things that we're going to be testing out this evening. I do have a 10% pulse resistance mod, which would put me at 100% pulse resistance. So from the playing that I've done, the limited playing I've done with this build, with the 9.8, I can tell when I've been pulsed. With the 10% mod, I cannot. So I'm completely invisible, but then I also don't get an indication that I have been pulsed. So I don't know which is the better way to go. So maybe if someone wants to add a comment in, that would be very, very helpful for everyone in the chat. The second piece of Yawl gear is the holster. This one I purchased at some point. I think it was from the clan vendor. It's got hazard protection and crit damage. I would prefer it if that was something else, but it is what it is. At some point, I'm going to look for a different, or a craft, probably a different holster for this. Running the Ninja Bike bag it's got our weapon damage and armor core and a skill tier. We're running technician, so we're actually at skill level or skill tier 2 for both of the skills we'll be running tonight. The resourceful talent, or this gear set is bugged. When I was playing around with this morning, it was the very first time I've ever had this happen where I had to unequip it, unequip all the Heartbreaker gear, re-equip it all, and then re-equip the Ninja Bike because it would not proc the bonus armor and the additional weapon damage. So it is something that's supposed to be fixed in a coming update. But just bear that in mind. If you're running a Ninja Bike bag build and it's not doing what it's supposed to do, unequip the bag, unequip all your gear, unequip and re-equip all your gear pieces, and then re-equip the Ninja Bike bag last. That's the workaround that makes it all work. And then the last thing is 3 pieces of Heartbreaker, including the chest piece, which gives us additional assault rifle damage, LMG damage, which we are not taking advantage of, 15% weapon handling, and then the Heart Stopper, where weapon hits on pulsed enemies add a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% damage to the pulsed enemies up to a max of 50 stacks. Because we're running the chest piece, it goes from 50 to 100. So potentially we're going to have it full stacks, 100% bonus armor and 100% additional weapon damage. So this one is max armor, max crit chance, and a max crit chance mod. The gloves are max armor, max crit chance. And the knee pads, I actually optimized them this morning. I got these to drop last night when we were doing Countdown. They had crit chance on them, so I rolled rolled it to a weapon damage core. And then optimized the crit chance. Running a pulse and running a defender drone. You can see I'm running the Carbine 7, rock and roll shotgun, and the Busy Little Bee. Talked about those from a stats perspective. We are at a perfect 50% crit chance, and we're at 68.8 crit damage. You know, it's not fantastic, but it's better than some of the builds I put together for this. And we're at 75% headshot damage. With my world on heroic in the range with a named target, shooting headshots at 5 meters, it averages out to about 6.5 to 6.8 million DPS. So it hits hard enough, I think. Plus, it's nice to have that additional bonus armor. Because we don't have any armor regen and no armor on kill. As I said at the start of this, we're running the Technician class for the linked laser pointer. And I'm just going to double check if I can remember where I am. We do have assault rifles and shotguns spec'd into, so everything is set up for us. You'll notice in most of my builds, I don't spec the full way into the pistol. Because I never use them, and they end up cluttering up my inventory, so I don't typically spec into them. But that's it. The rest of this character basically is fully maxed out. And I think at this point I'm just waiting on Cypher and Launched. But if anyone in the channel wants to join, feel free, because at this point I'm solo, and if you beat them in here, that would be awesome.
Wish it would cool off a little.
And I think there is a project for DZ South, so that's probably where we're going to go. Yeah, we may as well take advantage of that. So we got to extract some contaminated supplies, recover supplies from a DZ drop, and clear 1 landmark, and then we have to neutralize 5 agents in the Dark Zone. Don't know if we'll get that tonight based on last night's rolling circus, and that will also get us one of these covered off for the Dark Zone South if we can extract. So we are going to do DZ South. So let's just check the map and see what they're dropping tonight, and that's Future Initiative.
The significant Black Tusk activity.
Although the gear system mods would be nice. But we'll stick to plan. While we're waiting for them, I'm just going to go down to DZ South and see if we can get the Loot Goblin to spawn. And round up a little bit of resources right in the general area. Well, not a lot of good gear, but it was still drops. So for those of you that are here, throw a comment in the chat, say hey, and let me know that you're here, because otherwise, I'm not certain at this point if anyone's actually here. I might just be talking to myself.
Civilians in danger.
Nice.
Yeah, during that run today.
Very, very nice. So are both you and Launched in?
No, launch is still running.
Detected. Nearby location.
Countdown.
Guarded
Okay.
by hostiles.
You up for some more DZ runs tonight?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm good for whatever.
I'm running around just collecting some loot at the opening of the DZ South. So come on down when you're ready.
Civilians in distress.
Hey, Mad Max. That sounds like my first experience in the DZ. Yeah.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
I'm a lot more comfortable there now than I was when I started playing this game. Basically,
A clan member.
when I go in now, I have no expectations. Not that I'm going to get anything, not that I'm going to survive any encounters. Basically, if I go in with no expectations, it's an enjoyable experience. If I go in expecting that I'm going to get something or do something, then that usually is what, for me anyway, leads to frustration. Just going to clean out my inventory before we go because it was mostly junk. All right, Cypher, in we go. Yeah,
I've got everything.
just curious. Okay, so I've got 13 credits. So let's see how many we come away with by the end of the evening.
DZ drop incoming. Dark zone drop available. Scan in progress. Access granted. Reception limited. Proximity coverage only.
There's a patrol right out front.
Yeah. Take me a minute to catch up to you.
Helo almost at extraction now. Compromise on site.
All right, I marked one of the landmarks.
Fine, yeah.
Right on, Max.
Hilo is returning to
Yeah,
base.
like I said, when I started going in there,
Jedi was in today.
right on.
Contaminated gear detected.
When I changed my mindset from one of expectation to one of, whatever happens, it got a lot more enjoyable.
Oh, in here?
Yeah. I just realized I was holding down the push to talk. I was chatting with Mad Max.
Engaging landmark.
Loot box over here.
Hilo
Roger
is
that.
headed back.
You're just wrecking these guys.
Yeah, this build is a lot better than the one I was running last night.
Incoming hostiles detected. Rogue agent nearby.
Yep, and I'm dead too. Me too. That was perfectly timed on his part. They waited until both of us had half our armor.
Agent vital signs 0.
Interesting. He's running System Corruption, Coyotes, and a Grupo chess piece running the Lady Death. Very cool. Holy crap. I'm going to go to the safe room.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the DZ.
Safe area entered.
No, we're not that far from that same landmark, so we can go finish it.
Exiting safe room. Landmark engaged.
Your stuff is still here, by the way.
Contaminated gear retrieved. Contaminated gear detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
He's trying to hide you. I see him. Fucking on me. Just lie down.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark cleared. Contaminated gear detected.
All right, heading for the next landmark. I was just grabbing the stuff that I missed on the way in.
Right there.
And I'm just going to grab some ammo while we're here.
Another agent is now in your group.
Oh, very cool. V47 joined us.
Is that what you call him? 47?
It's V47. I don't know if that's what his... I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Been calling him V.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Enemy patrols detected.
Well, that hurt.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Rogue Defender drone detected. Hostile Defender drone detected.
Yeah, we are covered here. Oof. Oh, looks like V with me. Maybe I did. Can you hear me, Meat?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you guys are like static. It's me because both of you guys. Are
Yeah,
static.
I'm gonna get disconnected.
Extraction
same here.
called. Contaminated gear detected.
I'd rather fire this way.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma.
Press space to start. Press escape to quit.
Didn't know if I lost internet or not.
Yeah, man, 47 joined us, and which is awesome. I mean, he annihilated us last night, and then immediately sent me a friend request. It was hilarious. So can't beat him. Join him. I'm definitely gonna be inspecting 47's loadout when we get back in.
Agent, Pilot Torres is cleared for transpo to Kenley College.
Transmission range limited. Proximity coverage only. Extraction
Heartbreaker.
called for.
Foxes.
Extraction
And,
helo.
Cheska's face.
Almost within range. Access complete.
Yeah, same build he had on
Helo
last night.
arrived.
I don't recognize the gun, AKM.
Oh, he's running a different build right now. He's running 4 pieces of strikers. He's running a piece of Habsburg Guard and the Eagle Bearer.
Is that what that was, the Eagle Beer?
Yeah.
Ooh, looks like I'm running down you guys.
Exiting safe room. Extraction called. Safe room entered. Extraction called for. Helo almost at extraction zone.
That's awesome, Max. Yeah, so he did have Heartbreaker on last night. Tonight he's running Strikers. It's a completely different build. I don't remember what he had on for an assault rifle last night. you know, I'll go back and look at the stream from last night and see.
Leaving safe room. Helo is on site.
Yeah, absolutely, Max. That's the first rogue that got us tonight. Basically, did that against us. He attacked at
Now detecting
pretty near a
contaminated gear.
perfect time. Both of us were at half armor when he went rogue. So
Helo is returning to base. Hostile patrol detected.
okay, that makes that makes sense. The build that he's got on tonight is definitely he's with the Habsburg piece. He's going for the headshots. So it'll be interesting to watch him in action tonight.
Contaminated gear detected. Landmark engaged. Extraction helo almost within range. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Now detecting contaminated gear. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Are we gonna get DC'd again?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I'm getting shot. Yep.
Agent down. Vital signs critical. Helo almost at extraction zone. An agent needs assistance. Contaminated gear detected. An agent has disconnected. Helo arrived. Another agent is now group leader. Serious trauma detected.
Press space to start. Press escape to quit.
see it in this shed a lot.
Yep. I'm going to try it one more time, and then I'm going to leave the DZ and we'll go do something different. I agree, ISO.
Agent, Pilot
If you can
Torres
pin
is
them in
cleared for
place,
transport
kind of
to
like
Kenley
when you're
College.
dealing with the hunters, it certainly helps. I know I've been taken out a couple times
Proximity coverage
exactly
only.
that way.
Access granted.
Well, thanks, Cupid. And that's kind of the intention behind this. You know, it's a twofold thing. You know,
Hilo is headed back.
we're in the process of getting ready to move, so I don't have time right now to. If you see the process behind the scenes, you'll understand why my hair is so short, because I needed to trim it back to this point so I couldn't yank it out. Because you come up with an idea, and then you start filming and you start recording. When I started doing this, I was doing it all in one take, just sort of off the cuff. And realized that when I do that, I say and ah an awful lot. So what I've been trying to do is record these with a script. The hard part is I've got a whole bunch of stuff filmed, or recorded rather, and I start doing the commentary for it and realize, nope, that isn't going to work, and I have to go back out and re-record or capture more additional stuff. So it probably takes an hour worth of recording to get all of the content that I need for a 20-minute video. And then it has to be edited, and then it has to render, and then you have to upload it to YouTube, and yada yada yada. So it's probably 4 or 5 hours worth of work for that 20-minute video, which is not it's not a bitch on my part. I love doing it. Every aspect of it is enjoyable to me. But right now, between work, packing, and getting ready to move house, it's just, this is easier because I just hit record or hit stream and we go. I'm just, and apologies that I'm actually on my phone right now. I'm just seeing if 47 has sent me a friend request yet. No. Now let's try that one more time. I'm heading for 47, Cypher.
Roger that.
Leaving safe room. Now detecting contaminated gear. Extraction called. Almost within range.
I'm going to go extract what I've got. I think I've still got some stuff on me. Yeah, no, never mind. I've only got one.
Did you see chat?
No, I missed it.
Asking for the Discord name again.
Fighters returning to base.
Blue box right behind you.
Got it. Got it.
Hilo is headed back.
Really got nothing to extract. I mean,
No, I've got one DZ resource at this point because of the DCs.
Enemy patrol detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
You back up, Cypher?
Yep.
Hostile patrol detected.
Apparently, instead of revive, I might put down my healer. I will put the revive type down.
Detonated gear detected.
I'm back there. I'm not quite sure where that's at.
Soldier down!
Incoming hostiles detected. Contaminated gear. Landmark cleared. Extraction called for.
Put an agent down. I'll kill you for that!
Contaminated gear detected. Hilo almost at extraction zone.
Get back, damn it!
Hilo arrived.
Seem to have a little bit more now. If you want to run and extract.
Yeah, we can if it's up to you, man.
Hey, Mad Max. Yep, he sure is.
I've been breaking everything down to resources, so.
So I'm just telling the one of the guys, isn't the guy that's with you guys the guy that whipped your ass last night? Yeah, he sure is. Right after he killed us, he went, "Holy crap! I know, or I recognize you. I'm a big fan." And he sent me a friend request, and so when I accepted his friend request on Ubisoft, and he joined in with us tonight. So this is just awesome. I love stuff like this. This is just, it's, you couldn't script this.
No, it's great stuff. Oh, don't hit these Darkshade Network thingies.
Well, do if you want to go rogue.
No. No, no.
It was Valk the first day. What does this do? Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Oh, they're all over the place now that I'm actually like recognizing them.
Helo inbound.
Extraction called.
Engaging hostile.
Loot box up here.
Roger that.
It's just a regular loot box. That was the blue one.
Extraction hero. Almost within range.
Chopper on site.
Helo is on site.
Extraction initiated.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's I've met a couple of really cool friends in the DZ. One I teamed up, first or second time in here, teamed up with them, and we've been friends ever since. And guys like 47 here, we're hopefully get them on Discord tonight, if not next time we stream. Because I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm an absolute noob when it comes to the Dark Zone. I PvE pretty well. I do not PvP very well at all.
Uh-oh. I think you went rogue.
Nah, I think he DC'd.
Is gonna kill us.
Finishing extraction.
Helo is headed
I'm
back.
pretty sure he DC'd. Pretty sure he DC'd.
Yeah.
By and large, yeah, you're absolutely correct. There are toxic players in the game. There are toxic players in every single game I've ever played. I think my first third-person shooter that I really got heavily into, and this is almost 20 years ago, was the original Sniper Elite. And I played it really hard, ended up in a really good clan, and we played exclusively PvP. And it still to this day shocks me how much hacking we had to put up
An
with.
agent is back online.
Back then it was wall hacks, and it wasn't even trigger bots. It was certainly there were aim bots, but it was we were dealing with bolt action rifles, and they were turning them basically into full auto rifles. You'd walk up to someone and hear, and bolt action rifle doesn't fire like that. So, but we got very good dealing with them from a tactical perspective, so we could keep them managed basically.
Here, let me throw that revive hive out there for you.
For me,
Yeah, for no good reason. I was just throwing it out there. I was testing
that's hilarious.
it. Finger twitch.
By the way, everybody, I finally hooked up with Stream Elements and put a bot in the channel. There's a couple commands that, well, if you type in exclamation mark command, I think it is.
That looks like V's back.
I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what it is. I do know one I programmed earlier. If you want to see what this stream is all about, you type in exclamation mark what up. Yeah, I misspelled it on purpose. It's WADDUP. I'll figure out the rest of the commands once we get going. If you give me 1 second, I'll look it up just to see what's available. Yeah, it's commands with an S on the end. Garrick, yeah, the move we haven't. It's a weird move. We bought this place 3 years ago. It was an opportunity that I couldn't let pass. It was my grandfather's place back in Cape Breton. We couldn't really afford it, but I couldn't let it go. So we've been. It's fully furnished, so we don't really need to move much from this house there. Basically, we've got a U-Haul parked in the driveway, with basically a sofa, a recliner, some tables, odds and sods, all our food, all that sort of stuff. So most of that's getting moved this weekend. We'll be back here next week, and that's more or less going to be our last week living here full time. We've been in this house for 27 years, and I'm a classic procrastinator. So I've got 26 years worth of work on the house that I need to get at. So it needs a little bit of, nothing structural, but I need to replace, well, I shouldn't say that. I need to replace a window and a door. There's some trim work that needs to be done, and then the entire place needs a coat of paint. So we'll be picking away at that probably for a couple of weeks before we bring in a realtor and then put it on the market. So we will be moved from here, but it'll be a little bit before we get it cleared away. So an awful lot of the stuff that we have here has been either donated or sold. So I'm in the process of dealing with, I don't know if you guys have Kijiji. It's kind of like Craigslist. I don't know what the equivalent would be where you guys are, but I'm selling really good quality gear for, quarter of what it should be priced at. And I've still got people haggling with me saying, well, would you accept this on trade? I'll give you $50 for something that's worth, a couple, $1,500. And that stuff wears me out. Yeah, it absolutely is. We've been here this long mostly because both of us absolutely despise moving. You know, moving's one of those things that if you do it on a, either never move or move every year so that your stuff is never out of the boxes. But yeah, the peace of mind of owning rather than renting can't be, it's really, really hard to put a value on that. Max, part of it is I'm an imperfect perfectionist. So if there's something that needs doing that I know I'm not going to do a really good job on, I don't start it. Is basically what it comes down to. But again, like you said, that's just human nature. What do you at, Cypher?
What was that?
I've been blabbing away on the chat, completely forgetting to press the push to talk, so you know what I'm doing.
Oh, that's okay. I was just kind of following him around.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Hostile patrol detected.
Now I gotta. Oh. Gotta waypoint.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Extraction called for. Contaminated gear detected. Contaminated gear. Engaging landmark. Landmark cleared. Retrieving contaminated gear.
We're inbound.
Extraction called.
Oh, got someone coming in. They're not rogues. They look like they want to go rogue, though.
They could. I don't think it would end well for them.
Probably not. This big H is the oh, here's some distraction thing, or distraction. Wait.
Hilo almost at extraction zone. Enemy patrol detected.
I'll kill you with my bare hands!
Hilo arrived. Rogue agent detected.
You get a rogue?
Yes, we need him for rogue.
An agent needs assistance.
Damn. Got popped hard. Back up, but
neutralized nearby.
Pickup begun. Extraction done.
Hilo is returning to base.
Honestly,
Nearby agent has become rogue. Rogue agent nearby. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Nearby rogue agent killed.
oh, like if you get them already.
Yeah. Apparently I get the kill shot, but I don't think I did much damage to him other than the kill shot.
Nice.
Yeah, Garrick, it was really close. There were already 3 bags on it. They only hold 4, so I was the last one to hook.
Coming down on you.
Roger that. Pretty fair assessment, Garrick saying he's our safari guide. That's a
Rogue
good way to...
agent detected.
Blue box right down below you.
Hang on. Someone's gone rogue.
Assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected. Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected. Rogue agent neutralized nearby.
Crazy, I can't even tell where you guys are at. You can see on the map, but it's like so hard to get to you.
Detecting contaminated gear.
On my way to 47.
Right behind you.
Yeah, Garrick, I avoided it for the longest time because I think I said this at the start. I was coming in here with the wrong mindset. Um, I don't like to swear about it, but basically, if you don't give a crap about anything that goes on while you're in here, it's a lot more enjoyable. And there's so much to do here. The scenery is really cool, and it's different, you know, from
Gear.
what goes on in the light zone.
Landmark cleared.
So it's a really, really nice change of pace.
Contaminated gear detected. Extraction helo. Almost
I forgot to
within
look and
range.
see how many exotic components that I had before we started this run, but I think I've picked up one so far, but I'm not 100% on that. Oh, there are a couple of active manhunts.
Helo is on site. Extraction called.
That's really cool, Garrick. I've, I think the best I've ever had was like 40 in one
Helo
run
almost at
without.
extraction zone.
Let's go get our asses killed.
So I just switched builds. This is my other DZ build. This one is not pulse resistant,
Helo arrived.
but I think it actually outputs better damage. We'll see. I'll go
Helo is
over the
headed
build
back.
once we're done this manhunt. I just wanted to see how it performs. We're probably going to die, but
Rogue agent nearby. Hostile defender drone. Detected. Vital signs critical.
Wait.
Agent down. Agent vital signs 0. Helo is
He wasn't lying when he said these guys. He wasn't lying when he said these guys are pretty good.
now detecting contaminated gear.
Oh my god, they like totally wiped me out. Even my wow, that was pretty amazing actually. I love these guys that are like so tough at this. It's crazy.
Oh, that's wicked, Garrick.
Safe area detected. Reception limited. Proximity
Yeah,
coverage
Joe,
only.
quick bio. I'll be back.
Roger that.
Hostile patrol detected. Rogue agent detected. Landmark engaged.
I went the wrong friggin' way.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Detecting high threat enemy patrol.
Right? This is just, I haven't, I know 47's gotten a couple shots off, but I haven't seen either of them long enough to get a shot at them.
An agent has disconnected.
What happened?
You have been promoted to group leader.
Cypher, you still there? He had to go for a bio break, that's right.
Defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Nearby rogue agent killed. Contaminated gear detected. Engaging landmark. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark engaged.
Ooh, I Delta 3'd again.
Well, that sucks.
Exiting dog zone. An agent has reconnected.
We got those two rogues after what felt like a 3-hour long chase.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I say we. I think I got about 2 shots on target.
Transmission. Reception limited. Proximity coverage only.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out of
Extraction
this and
helo
head back
almost
to
within range. An agent has gone offline.
DZ is a little tough for me, man.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to go see if I can extract, and then I'm heading out as well.
At your own risk.
No, I'm gonna DC instead.
An agent is back
Right.
online.
Press space to start. Press escape to quit.
DC'd again.
Agent, Pilot Torres is cleared for transport to Kenley College.
Div 2 is stable and fun game.
Access complete.
Yeah.
It's like 3 times in about like 10 minutes.
Well, we picked up 22 DZ resources from extractions. What were we at, 13 when we started this? We're at 43 now, so picked up 30 in total. So that's kind of cool. Garrick, Blast, seeing you in chat. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, man. Thank you very much for stopping by, man. And have fun. That's the only way to play these games. Is you got to enjoy yourself, or you just especially this game. It turns into an absolute grind if you let it. That's part of the reason that I've walked away twice from the game. I'm hoping that I don't do that again. Where did you head to? I've still got contaminated items. I'm going to go back and try and extract them.
Are you?
Transmission range limited. Proximity coverage only.
I don't know who I'm talking to now. Or
Yep, I'm still here. Yep.
yeah, no, go for it.
Extraction called for.
Yeah, and I don't even know what I've got in my inventory. I'm not going to look right now, but basically I'm just going to hook it and then head back to the safe room. If it gets out, cool, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I had my fun, you know, and that's more or less all I was looking for. That manhunt was awesome. Like, I don't know if you could see it or not, but I was clenching the mouse and keyboard.
Hilo almost at extraction zone.
Bro, I am going to have to call it for an evening.
Yeah, no worries, bud.
We'll catch you tomorrow night, hopefully, eh?
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll be probably gonna drive to our other place tomorrow evening. So I think this is gonna be it for the weekend.
Ah, right on.
Hilo arrived.
I wish you a safe trip and good packings. Because that's what
Yeah.
you're doing, right?
The van is packed, so we'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be my wife was working until probably about 5 p.m. I'm gonna leave here about 3 with the dogs and in the loaded van, so that should be enjoyable. One of my dogs is not a good traveler, so it's just gonna be the 3 of us. me locked in a van with one panty, sweaty dog.
My God, they're gonna love that property up there, though. That's free
Oh,
rain.
they absolutely love it there. It's like a doggy spa. They run and play all day long.
We're outbound in 15
Neither
seconds.
one of them are big dogs, but they're going to drop about 2 pounds in the first month that we're there.
Right? That's awesome. All right, my bro. I wish you luck out this weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hostile
Sounds good, man.
detected. Rogue agent neutralized.
I think I got pretty near all of that guy.
Helo is headed back.
So So once we get clear of here, I'll get back to the to the White House, and we'll have a look at the build that I put together. I've actually run this build before. If you've ever watched the streams that Fam did in the Dark Zone, that's actually how we met. I joined in on them, and I think this was the build that I was running that day. Right? It's my, I'm being serious now, scowl. Or as my wife would say at certain points, is that your I'm pissed off scowl, or am I, the I'm happy to see you scowl? All right. I just want to see how many we ended up with. We started with 13, wrong one, and ended with 46. So not a bad evening's run through the Dark Zone. That was an absolute blast. That's probably the most fun I've had in a long time. It is so much more relaxing and enjoyable when you know you're playing with a quality player, someone who knows their way around, knows how to move, knows how to fight. And I don't know about you guys, but I was spending as much time watching him as I was working my way through the rest of the map, simply because there is so much to learn from how people play, because you play PvP completely differently. You have to utilize the cover. It's not really about the build. I mean, the build is important, but it's not as important as knowing the maps, knowing how to play cover, knowing when, basically knowing how to PvP. And I don't. I'm an absolute noob when it comes to it. I'm slowly getting better, but I'm just gonna park over here. So this one is a little bit closer to a meta style build. I'm running the firewall specialization for the med kit. It's the best armor kit in the game for PvP. Take a little bit of damage, pop the kit, because and I'm sure most of you know this already, but I'm just going to show you anyway. It gives you 200% health over, 200% armor and 200% health, over 10 seconds. So if you've taken and that's what I was trying to do when I got absolutely friggin' melted the first time we ran into them. I was trying to get behind cover. And I've played enough PvP games to know you never, ever, ever turn your back on the enemy. Shoot back. If you're not taking shots, you're gonna go down. But I was trying to get behind cover to pop the med kit because that health or the armor kit allows you to heal your way through a fight. So that was the intention. It didn't work out that way, obviously. So same carbine 7, excuse me. Same carbine 7 I was running on my other one. This one is at expertise 21. It is so friggin' expensive when you get up to the top end of this. I think it's 20 exotic components for level to go from 20 to 21.
Incoming backup request.
And another 20 to go from 21 to 22. So it's probably my favorite rifle AR in the game. I know that there are other ones that hit harder. FAMAS would probably be a better choice for the Dark Zone because it's all about burst damage. But I hit more shots with this, therefore I do more damage ultimately with it. Yeah, absolutely. It does seem like it takes forever, Max. Yeah. Anyway, back to the build. Secondary is a Scorpio. I don't think I touched it once all evening. And then the pistol is the Orbit. Pistols are always one of those things that I forget that I have them, unless I'm running a pistol headshot build. I really should be using the pistol more, especially, in the light zone using the Busy Little Bee. In any zone using the Orbit, they do it adds to your build because of perfect finisher, and the Busy Little Bee adds to your build or your damage because of the stacks that you get. But it goes back to the whole lazy thing. So running a Catharsis mask, this one with the crit chance mod, and I think this build is completely maxed or optimized, but we'll see. Oh, there's no I'm missing out on, I think, crit damage. Yep. Okay, so we're running the Matador for perfect adrenaline rush. It gives you that little bit of extra bonus armor when you get up close and personal with somebody. It's nice to have. In this particular case, it's 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds when within 10 meters, and it stacks up to 3 times. So going up against a rogue, it's nice to have that little bit of extra bonus armor. I'm not going to attempt to do the math. I mean, a quarter of 1.5 would be 375, I think. So 350% or 350k armor-ish is what it should give you. I'm doing that in my head, so I may be completely wrong. Running a Fenris backpack with Unbreakable. So when you saw me get melted, understand that there's an additional 50% bonus armor on top of my regular armor, or sorry, when it Unbreakable procs, I get back, I believe it's 50%. Yeah, 50% of my armor, so another 750k. So they melted through 2.25 million armor like that. Like I wasn't wearing armor at all. So that one has a crit damage mod. I'm running Contractor's Gloves with an armor roll, crit chance. Fox's Prayers with an armor roll and crit chance. And the Picaro's holster, just to get a little bit of extra armor on the build and still have the weapon damage. And from a stats perspective, 51% crit chance, 95 crit damage, 85% headshot. I know I should be aiming for the head. Unfortunately, I'm a body shot person. That's just where my aim goes, is center mass. It just is what it is. But I know I should be taking the headshots to take advantage of that additional damage. 1.485 million armor. A little tiny bit of armor regen, really nothing to speak of. I think one of the pieces has I think it's the Catharsis mask has armor regen on it, I believe. But you can see the rest of the stats there. It's just whatever my watch, whatever the specialization in my watch are giving me, basically. Oh, and the skills. I was running the Defender drone and Scanner Pulse, and I threw on the EMP sticky, hoping that when we were doing that manhunt, hoping that I could get a shot close to one of them and disrupt, or either disrupt them or stagger them, basically. That was the intention behind that. So I basically went full offense instead of running the little bit of defense that the Defender drone offers. So I'm actually going to save that because of the mod. But that's what I was running. And I think I'm going to wrap up the stream at this point. It's been a long day. Me and my son moved a full-size sofa, a recliner, and then I don't know how many boxes into the van. So I'm sore and tired. And before I get cranky, I'm going to call it an evening. Like I was saying to Cypher, you guys fully heard that conversation. I'm going to head to our other place tomorrow evening. Twofold issue currently is it's potato speed internet down there. I'm sure that if I strung two cans and a waxed wire between them, I'd get faster internet than what I actually have down there. It's 1.5 up and or down, and less than that up. So I can't. I don't even think I can log into the game. Currently, we've got satellite internet on order. It shipped today, so we're going to be back here next week, so I will be streaming next week. But I also don't have this gaming rig moved yet. That's one of the last things I'm going to move when we actually pull the handles here. So just fair warning, there might be a little bit of a gap between when we finish up next week before I'm back to streaming again or producing content. But I'm not going anywhere. It's just a matter of getting all the pieces back in place as we move. And then carrying on, because I am having an absolute blast doing all of this stuff, and I can't believe the growth of the channel and the support that I'm getting from all y'all. I put out my first Division 2 video on January 20th, and I had 1,000 subscribers and the required watch hours 2 weeks ago. So I think part of it is I've hit on a little bit of a niche that no one else was really tapping into with, aiming most of this at new and returning players. And you guys have just been amazing. So thank you for your continued support. And Max, have a great evening yourself. I'm going to drive safe, and I'll post in the, community section how things are going. I've also started up a Twitter channel, and if you give me a second, I'll pop it into the in here. I might tweet what we're doing, but give me 1 second. Yeah, it's Agent Me Div 2 is my Twitter handle. So I don't have any followers on Twitter at this point. It was just something that I created so that I could start following the Division 2, and then thought, what the hell, when I'm going live, I may as well post and let people know. But I'll definitely post in the community page and probably on Twitter as well how things are going, just so that to keep you guys in the loop. I should, and stress the should, I should be on Sunday night. We should be back in town by then, and good to go at that point. So hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you when I'm back from, it's a 400 kilometer one-way drive, so 800 kilometers of round trip driving. So have a great evening, great weekend, and we'll see you guys Sunday night.